Welcome to this week's episode of Carolina Morace's Football Capsules, translated into English by assistant coach Nicola Williams and statistics provided by match analyst Michele Tossani. Today, as promised, we are looking at Atalanta, a very interesting team due to their positive results in Serie A and the Champions League. They are fourth in the ranking of Serie A with 48 points in 25 matches, one less than the calendar until now. They scored 70 goals with 61.5 expected goals, more than all other teams in this ranking. Their score efficiency is very high and puts them also as one of the top 8 teams in this category across all leagues in Europe. 3-4-1-2 is the system most utilised by Gian Piero Gasperini. The coach proposed also 3-4-2-1 and 3-4-3, also within the same game. To confirm the coach's intentions to impose his game and his way to play and to play forward, Atalanta is first in the ranking of shooting with an average of 17.86 per game and an expected goal per shot of 0.13. This confirms the team arrives in dangerous positions to shoot. They're also first in the ranking of progressive passes. Remember, those are the continuous ball control by a player attempting to draw the team significantly closer to its opponent's goal. It's considered progressive if the distance before the starting point and the last touch of the player is at least 30 metres closer to the opponent goal if starting and finishing points are in the own half, or at least 15 metres closer to the opponent's goal if starting and finishing points are in different halves, and at least 10 metres closer to the opponent goal if starting and finishing points are in the opponent's half. These tables show that they are first in another two categories. First in the deep attack with 13.87 a match, that is to run to receive a ball in the space 20 metres from goal, not including crosses, and then also in the touches in the box. They have an average of 26.28 touches in the opponent's area per match, with Naples behind them on 21.89. Their tendency is to invade the opposition area with passes, but also with players. When Atalanta win the ball, to build up the game they look always to create a rhomboid, with a point low, one high and two inside. In this case, Palomino is the low point, Gomez on top, with Gosens and Frula inside. Gomez is also the high point when the rhomboid is formed further up the field, and his role to switch the ball. From the other side, they form again immediately another rhomboid. The passing line most used is from the braccetto, that's the Italian name of the player, the lateral in 3 at the back, with the internal midfielder and the central number 10 player, who is called the trequartista in Italian. Here on the left we have the same 4 players making up the rhomboid, but it can be interchangeable. On the other side it is Ilic that is the highest player. Another important aspect is the axis, in red, above all in between the low and high point, because this pass allows the team to gain metres in front, which is what the coach Gasperini wants his team to do, to verticalise. Frula has the ball at his feet and Pasalic is the internal of the rhomboid, with Gosen and Gomez the low and high points. The build of the rhomboid and to attack deep are always visible and a constant in the team of Gasperini. Here is a screenshot that helps us to see their defensive strategy. Atalanta, with an ultra-offensive aggressive pressing, are orientated man-to-man. With aggressiveness on the ball side by marking the reference points rather than to say in a zonal line, the midfield of Atalanta break the rule to run forward to follow their opponent who moves to the ball. In non-ball possession, Atalanta anticipates their opponent with a degree of risk to try and win the ball, rather than to run back as teams generally do when they're zonal defending. Teams defend zonally to delay the action of the opponent and to give them less space, but instead, man-to-man marking, you try to win the ball. If the opponent goes to the ball, the defender follows and tries to intercept a ball in front that might be played to them. In Italian, this term is called defending to run forward. In the screenshot, we can see the structure of Atalanta when defending in 1v1s and 2v2s. Frula and Gosens, circled in yellow, are looking to attack their direct opponent man-to-man and are not covering each other. The general concept is mark and not mark and cover that you find in zonal defending. When the opponents change position and rotate in movements to attack, the Atalanta players follow man-to-man. Circled in yellow, Jimin City absorbs the internal overlap of the Valencia player. With 34 goals against and an expected goal against of 27.37, Atalanta is first in this ranking, meaning they don't concede many chances to their opponent. Behind Atalanta are Inter, Lazio and Juventus. For the PBDA, the passes allowed inside the last 60 metres of the field by the team who has the ball gives us the intensity of the pressing. The team Atalanta is ranked third in this category, behind Bologna and Torino. So as you can see, Atalanta are one of the top teams because they have the ability to press with aggressiveness and to use the ball possession effectively to create many chances on goal and score. Thank you again for tuning into this week's episode. The next will be based on Fiorentina, coached by Beppe Iacchini.